another video that's not about kitchen or food at all. Is about our relocation. We moved back to Australia, and actually at the moment we are in quarantine now. So I think maybe I start sharing with you guys our journeys coming back to Australia in the middle of the pandemic, because it's not easy at all. There will be a few parts for this series, and today's part is about moving sales. You know, before you move, you will have a lot of things that you don't know what to do with, and for us, the first steps that we did about 6 weeks before we actually moved is that we start dividing our stuff into 3 big pies. So we have the for sales or giveaway pie, we have the send to Australia or send to my mother's homes in Hanoi pie, and we have a pie for us to take with us in our luggage. My strategy is that I'm going to clean the house, get like this, and everything I clean out I'm going to put into these 3 pies so that we know what goes where. A lot of stuff that I really want to keep, but it's just impossible to sand by curve because it will be broken. Like this beautiful candle. It's like a color I really do want to keep it, but it will be a pain to sand or to carry with us in our luggage. I just have to say goodbye to it. We actually bought these candles as our wedding decoration. This also means a lot to us as well, but no choice. Okay, Christmas decoration comes in another for sale bag. Christmas trees have to go. Along with this, you should also get packing, because when you pack, you might be like me. I thought that I will pack all of those pie into my suitcase and then I can send them to Australia, but then I couldn't because there's too much that I want to take. So 2/3 of the pie I wanted to take with me ended up going into the sales pie and going into the sending back to my mom's house pie. The earlier you prepare for it, you will have more time to deal with whatever you don't want to throw away or you don't want to leave behind. The first 3 things so you can sell that I did, the earliest, the books, the clothes that you know that you're not gonna wear again, and then the decorations and entertainment, like board games, all of the home decorations or occasionally seasonal decorations. So those 3 things you can live without in the 6 weeks before you move. Then about 1 or 2 weeks before moving, you can sell all of the electrical stuff, essentials, and anything that you haven't sold in the last few sales, and anything that you cannot take with you. I had 2 ways to sell my things. The first one is online sales, and the second one is a garage sale. For the first one, online sales, I went to the group. You know, on Facebook you have groups of different interests. Like for clothes, I went to a women group. For books, I went to a book lover groups or something like that. And for all of other stuff like decoration, equipment, I went to a bigger community group. I went through 4 steps. The first one is to take photos. So you take photos of the things that you wanted to sell, but try to make it nice. Try to make a nice background, or at least a solid color background. Don't take a photo of something on the table with a bunch of things in the background. That is really distracting and it doesn't look nice on the photo. While you take the photo, you also can note down the price and some details about that item that you're selling, so that you later on when you put it on Facebook, you can look at that piece of note that you wrote, and it'll be a lot easier for you. You can give more details, and when people ask you about the items that you're selling, you can easily answer to them without have to go check the items all the time. If you have too many items or too many little items, you can take them as a group. You don't have to take them individually, like seasoning jars, baking stuff, cooking stuff, cosmetic, or both. If you take photos of your clothes, it's best if you can do a little bit of mix and match, because it will double the chances of you selling your clothes. When you see a really cute shirt, if you mix it with a pair of shorts or a nice skirt, maybe they will take both because they look nice together. The second step is editing photos. You do not put it online the way you took the photo. You should do a little bit of editing, and I often use the auto edit button in iPhone, and just that will make a big difference. After editing, I did an extra step by putting the price and some very basic details of the item that I'm selling on the photo as well. The third step is to upload the photos on the group. When you're uploading the photos, you should put all of the details in there. Everything has to be perfect before you hit post. And last but not least, be responsive. You have to spare at least 2 to 3 hours after your post is approved to answer all the questions you get, because people lose interest very quickly if you don't answer them. As soon as somebody is interested, you should ask them when they can pick up the item. Just like closing a deal, you might have a list of the items in your Excel file, but I'm very old-fashioned and I did it in my little notebook. I wrote all the items, details, price, and then name and details of the person who's gonna pick it up, who reserved it. I think it helped a lot, because after the day you posted it, you will have a lot of appointments of people keep coming to pick up things, and sometimes we had like 3 or 4 people coming to pick up some items at the same time, and I just need to open my notebook and like have a look at it. So it saved me a lot of time. I don't have to open the computer and check it on the computer. We were in Vietnam, and garage sale is not something that you often see in Da Nang. We have an expat community, and in that area we often have community garage sale or weekend market. That's where you can go to maybe rent a table or register for a table. Sometimes it's free, sometimes we will take some fee, but not much.